Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. It's Angela, the Traveling Crafter. And today we are going to make some fabric flips, but with a purpose. But before we do that, let me just say thank you to all of you who have recently joined the fun on the channel and for supporting me, and for those who have been around for a very long time. I appreciate you very much. And today's hashtag Love a Little channel goes out to one of our new makers at the Makers Market, which is Jen's, with two N's, Junk. So please take a second, do me a favor, and hop over if you have a moment, and subscribe to her channel. Say hi. It'd be awesome. So, like I said, we're going to create some fabric flips, but with a purpose. So this is not a secret. I do love fabric. But what I am about to tell you, you may not know. So recently I had a gal who's an interior designer call me and say, hey, I've got these fabric swatch books. Would you like them? And I'm like, oh, sure. So I went and got them, took them all apart. There will be bundles of these. They're beautiful on the Makers Market. But here was what was interesting. This is like what most of them should be, you know, the whole piece. But within each of the books were, like, they'd just been cut out randomly with no, just like, look at, willy-nilly. So I kept all the crapola pieces. And I thought, well, I got to do something with them. So that's what we're going to work with today. But any fabric would work. You're going to need some regular scissors, possibly, if you wish, pinking shears, some glue, and something to use besides fabric as your base. So let me just show you what we're going to do. Here is where my secrets come out. So yes, I do love fabric. I love to use fabric in my journals. But what I don't really like are fabric flips. Now, don't get me wrong. I use them in my journals often. But sometimes they flip-flop, flippity-flop all around on my pages, and it bugs me. And in all honesty, other than hiding journaling spots, they don't really serve a purpose. So my thought today was, let's make some fabric flips with a purpose that still look pretty. So what I've done is I just used my, all of those file folders from the office that I rescued, and I put down, and these are just scraps. You can see the staples were in there. And some of these I even left on the strip because I thought, well, it kind of gives it a little more substance and keeps it down. So if you put it in a pocket, it'd be okay. This one's really simple. I sewed across it. I added a little piece of lace. Boom diggity. Done. This one I love. This I decided to use one of the pieces that was kind of substantial for, hang on, I got to get that off there. For the tab top. And then I glued this piece down. And then I did, again, left that on there. Heck, you could journal on that if you wanted. And then sewed the little leaf pattern around it. Very simple. But now I have a purpose. And if somebody wanted, they could put another little journaling spot underneath there. They could back this if they wanted. Possibilities, possibilities. I don't know that they're endless in this situation, but there's possibilities. This one I just did... You kind of see a theme. I did take those off as much as I could, but some of them it's almost better to leave it on so things don't fray. So I just glued that on. Were my pieces of fabric even? And did I even them up? No, not really. And then the last one I did, which I really, really liked, except for my sewing machine went wackadoo and it moved my tab over, and I also had to go over it because it actually changed the stitch size. I don't know how that happened. So it's okay. But now my journal cards / tags have a purpose. I can do something with them, and they still look pretty. So we're going to do a few of these, and I've got a stack here of things. one thing I thought I could use this for, I'm working on that sewing fashion journal, and I thought, oh, maybe some of these will be cute. Now, my varied colors are pretty, they're all in the blues and kind of creams and things like that. So I don't have a good variation of colors at the moment. But I did find this one, which I think look like spools of thread. So maybe we'll use this one. I don't know if we'll use it today or if I'll just keep it out and think about it. But we've got some wankety jankety pieces. This one, I think I already, yeah, I used the pinking shears on, but look at that one. So let's just shore this up a little bit, because this would be the piece that would go on. Ugh. Let me also tell you, these pinking shears, when you go through this really thick embroidered fabric, get ready to have your hands hurt. And again, this is not necessarily like it's not even Steven, but I don't care. It's not the point. And a couple of them, I think I didn't even do the other side. Like I didn't do this side of them, but we will, just in case we decide to use it. I have some already that we can do quickly. See, that's not even on this side, but I want to keep this, and now I could cut this off and make it shorter. So I'm just going to leave it like it is. Maybe I'll cut it off right there so it is even when we're ready to use it, you know. All right. And then we've got these other ones that we may be able to use too. So the other thing is with these kinds of pieces, I have residue all over me from fabric. All right, so my thought was first, I had these are not from that same stack, but I do love them just because from a tactical perspective. Do I have my, hang on a second, I'm going to do something. Oh, how's my lighting, by the way? My lovely husband put new LEDs in, so hopefully those will help a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this just the way it is, and I'm gonna glue it down. And I am gonna glue it down fairly well because I don't really know if I haven't sewn all the way around all of these yet, and I don't know that I will. So I do want to make sure that these are adhered. As much as possible. So we're gonna, now remember my file folders, oh, I should have looked at the back of that. I like a little bit of an edge to it because when I cut around this, I'm going to cut it straight like I did on, like that. So I do like it like that. All right, I didn't look at the back of this. Okay, it's fine. All right, now I have another one like that right here. I think this one might be a little bit shorter. Oh, for the love of Pete. Never fails. We'll put that way. We'll put it down here. I should have done this one down here too. This one I'm not going to have a lot of. Oh my Lord. What in the world is happening? I'll tell you what, I know exactly what's happening. The mailman's here, and I didn't close the... Honey, stay down here. Oh, no, it was Demi. I thought it was the mailman, which it's about time for the mail to come. Heck, I don't even know what time it is, to be really honest with you. This daylight savings time, it makes me, it's a hot mess. I was up at 4 in the morning yesterday, which was the first day of daylight savings, and I was like wide awake, ready to start my day. But you can probably guess I fell asleep on the couch last night. So I'm all messed up with my time. I don't know. Do you guys get like that? Okay, we're going to let that sit for a minute. Oh. All right, we'll set this aside for a second. Well, actually, we won't even have to set it aside. No, we don't. We can cut this out. So I'm not cutting on the glued part. We're fine. I just got all rattled because the dogs are... And I didn't tell Demi that I was doing a video. Okay, that one's done. I feel like I got a little bit wasteful on the... base, but oh well. It's fine. So what I would do if I were going to glue or sew, I would wait until this was totally dry before I do any of that. Now, why these are here? I thought I had an... Oh, I do have more. I think. I don't know where they're at. All right, let's figure out what we want to have go on here. I just... Oh, I love that. And I thought about this one here. Do I want it so it goes like... Well, let's decide. This is the other one I had. But I kind of don't want it to cover up the... Well, it's going to either way. Okay, let's do this. Let's cut this off here. I'm going to leave that other edge, I think. Am I? Now we got a piece we can use for something else. Maybe if I put it this way, I can leave that edge like that. Yeah, that's not bad. Now, I have black thread in my machine right now. And with this, I think I don't want to sew it. So maybe we should put a piece of lace around it and then glue it. We'll do that in a second. Now, with this one, I like that. Oh, that's kind of cool. I think it needs to go over here. This one, I didn't do that side either. Now, this one, I could sew it. So if I do that, then I'm not going to... Okay, I like that. Let's find a piece of lace for this one. And then I've got these other pieces. I think I had a thought around what we can do with them. Or some of them, anyway. I kind of like this on here, too. Why not? Okay, what was I going to do? Oh, lace. This is something I did this weekend. So I have a video I haven't yet recorded, but I got a bunch of lace that are on big bolts. And so I decided to organize the rest of the ones that I have because, ooh, this one might be good. Because I wanted to add those to it and it was just getting a little bit messy. Ooh, that looks good, doesn't it? So this was my football project. I did all of my lace. And I found, okay, they're jumbo playing cards, but they're about the size of a bolt of lace. And so I just used my punch board, and I'll show you guys on that video that haul video. Yes, I like that. And wrapped all those other ones on there. It worked great. It works great. So that was exciting. Okay, let's see. So now I feel better about this because now this has a little bit of purpose, right? I don't know. Could all be in my head. I wonder, you know what? We have, well, let's see. Do I have any that's really white that's not? Oh, this is kind of, it's kind of Victorian, but it's, nah. I like it, that one, just the way it is. But I think this, when I first started and I was giggling, it was because I knocked over my stool and just about fell. I have a little footstool underneath my chair because this is like counter height. So my chair's counter height and I'm short. So I need something to put my footsies on. I got up and I was checking the video and I almost fell on my booty. Okay. Let's put you here. So yeah, you don't have to use this kind of, I mean, this is just what I had. It was in my, okay, Angela, you have this. You showed this on a haul. And I try to, there we go. I try to actually use the things in my hauls to show you guys so you can get some inspo. And this hadn't been done yet, so. What else is going on? Well, tonight, which you will see this probably on a Tuesday, but tonight is our first onboarding with our Makers Market makers, our vendors, if you will. I'm just trying to decide where I want that. Okay. So I'm super excited about that. And then I have another one on Friday. I offered a couple days, so if people needed different times, depending where they were in this world, that they could do that. And Carol has been, if you guys watch those other videos, you know, she graciously accepted the challenge of listing her things first, and to just be able to say, okay, Ange, what about this? Here's questions I had, you know, that kind of thing. I like that a lot. Okay, that one's done. And so she's been listing a lot. I, on the other hand, have not, because I've been working on a lot of the behind the scene things, some resources and support for everyone who's going to be selling. Okay, so this one, I feel like I want to sew it. So I'm not going to glue, well, I will. I'll just do a little dab. Just, I mean, literally a tiny little dab, just so it stays kind of in place. Sort of ish. And then I think that will be ready to go. But do I want something? I'm thinking I want to do a little navy around the edge. And I have that right here. So that's what's going on. We have a live sale on, it's our first of the month, because remember, the first week of the month, we don't have a sale. And then we had said we were going to do, I need to talk to Carol about this. We had said we were going to do a huge Little Golden Book sale, which would be next week. And I feel like, I think we said that was what we were going to do because it was the last one. We won't do one on Thanksgiving, of course. And I feel like there was a conflict. So we might have to reschedule that, but I need to find out. But that is coming. It is in the works, depending on our availability. All right, so that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. All right, so this one needs to be sewn. This one's finished. Let's do something a little bit different. We got these, but I also have, what about, that would actually make a cute pocket. And so would this one. This one would too. These would make good pockets, so let's not use those for that. We'll keep those for a pocket. But this, we got some ish with this stuff. Now I can get a lot of it off. I mean, this really doesn't come off that difficult on most pieces. On some of these, like this that's got all of the texture in it, they're a little bit harder. But I won't do that right now. Let's cut this down. Ooh, see what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, that scares me every time she does that. I'm sorry, you guys. as soon as this video is over, I need to do a couple more. So as soon as this video is over, I will go up and shut the doors to the office. Okay, now we need something here. Maybe a couple layers. Now this is like, looking at it, pretty modern. Here, let's just bring over this lace again. It's pretty modern, but we can make it look a little modern, eclectic, shabby, chicish. Okay, so that's going to cover, we'll do that. This is a little stiff. That will cover the white for now. Oh, you know what would have been cute, but I don't think I have any in here. Is some rickrack, but we'll find something else. What else do we got? What else do we have? That's too white. How come this is all wackadoo? I see something that might work. I don't know how big it is. I got these at, where did I get these? I think I got them at a yard sale. I don't know. I do know to know. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Come over here. This is falling off. This is like soft as silk. Ooh. That doesn't look so good. This is why I have the lighter and do the, yes, that will be great. And why I sear the edges because of that fraying stuff. So this just keeps it from happening. All right, that's going to go there. Now, before I put this stuff away, what am I going to do with this? I don't know. I might just make a tag out of it just like that and not put anything behind it. It's kind of what I'm thinking. All right, so that's going to be a pocket. These, I don't know. This is very fragile. Let's get this down here before it does any more of that business. All right. Am I going to remember that I had those as pockets? Probably. I'll just put them in my ephemera. Pocket area over here. Gosh, spit it out. So yeah, if you haven't went over to join the Makers Market, we have well, we have a couple of ladies that have already applied, but they're kind of waiting before they get started. So they're approved. I just haven't approved it until they give me the go ahead. Well, that looks cute. Okay, so now we got 3 pockets. And I think we have 14 additional sellers, I think. All right, so this one, I was thinking we could make a belly band with this. What do you think? Do I have a piece of paper that's in my scraps that would work? Because nothing's going to show, right? It just kind of gives it some... Not that. Okay, hang on. That's just a little too thin. Oh, here we go. No. How long? Excuse me. How tall is this? Yeah, that should work. That'll work in one of my binder journals. All right, we'll just use this. It's fine. And then we can see if we have something we want to put on top of it. Here we go. I might sew around this one, possibly. So I don't know why I'm putting so much glue, but just in case I don't. Let's just get this on here. Can you see that okay? And this one I'm going to go, because I did all the pinking shear stuff, I don't want it to be all the way to the top. All right. Now, do we want to don't know. I think I just want this just like it is. Yeah, I think I do. And then that way, it's already backed. I don't have to do anything. I can just, if I decide I want to distress it or give it a little more added color. We're going to do something because it's like right where the fold was, it looks like. So let's just see if I can smush this down. There we go. Just cut that up. It might not be even now, but that's okay. Better that than it getting stuck on once it's on the page, or things getting stuck under it. Yeah, let me just cut this little piece off. That will barely. Okay. There we go. So that one's ready to rock and roll. All right. So pretty simple, pretty easy little project, but maybe a little more purposeful way to create fabric flips if you're so inclined. I think I just need to make this into a tag. Should we do it really quick? We got the stuff out. So we got those. We'll put these aside, put them back in the bag. And this is pretty little. Perfect. And maybe what I can do is then when this tag is done, maybe I'll put a tag topper on it or something like that. I liked the idea that they were, I mean, when you think about fabric flips, a lot of times it's just scraps, right? So I wasn't too concerned with, oh, is it straight? Is it, as long as the piece that's going to be used as the tag is more straight, then that's fine. That's fine. Let's put that thing away before I hurt myself. I just had an idea when I did that. See, I just like it. Like somebody, it really came from the scrap room, right? That's cute. Now, I did not round any corners on any of these or anything. So this will go on with my sewing stuff. I've got a belly band. I've got to sew this. So I'll just sew across here. That's a lot. That's pretty thick. Hopefully I'll be able to do it. And then we've got the 3 pockets. 2 that I didn't do anything with. Gosh, you could even make a double pocket. You could even do it like that. That doesn't really go well together, but you could do it there. So I've got those as an option. We got this flip. And this could be a journal card / tag. We got this little baby one. And this one. This one might be my favorite. Oh, and this one. So there you have it, friends. Just a quick, simple way to turn your fabric flips into something purposeful that you can use right in your journals that are useful for you or whoever is gifted with them. So until next time, friends, remember to take time to just be. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.